Welcome back, everybody, after a bit of a break, to FTB Skies Season 2. Almost didn't have my mic on there. That was scary. I'll have to trim that from the start of this stream. But yeah, we have been crazy busy in FTB 1 with the Ascended Crafters that we took a little break from the mod packs we were currently playing through. Now, I have quite the list of mod packs to play, so I'd like to make some progress on finishing Season 2 of FTB Skies. So today we're going to finish up the Elemental Craft questline, if we can, and work a little bit on our overpowered endgame quests. Now, the Signalum Ingot, let's remind myself if we made a pattern for it. We did. Did we already craft it? Perfect. Let's go ahead and turn it in here. Giving us a mending book and some XP. Now the next quest requires an advanced machine frame and 64 blaze cakes. Well, let's hop over to Elemental Craft, where we need to make a source displacement plate. Which, why don't we go ahead and favorite one of these. We need a rune inscriber, a rune inscription chisel, and any rune. So we'll have to make a rune. We also need pure rock, a source stabilizer, and an improved element extractor. Why don't we start with some of the simpler ones, like the ones that require springaline, and make a source stabilizer. We need some swift alloy ingots, which we can make over here where our air is. Let's check the recipe. It is gold drenched copper redstone air. Excuse me. Let me grab gold, drenched iron, copper redstone air crystal, copper, redstone, and air crystal. It's going to take me a while to remember where we were at, what items we had, because I really went hard in FTB 1 and I have lost track of my progress everywhere. But this should make swift alloy ingots, which we'll go ahead and set a pipe, create a filter. I'm going to tell it to pull from the chest first so that we can set the filter. Take a swift alloy and add it, and then turn on the bottom pipe. Should be whitelist swift alloy. Doesn't seem to want to take it. Why is that? What if I take that one? Or are we gonna have to sit here and babysit it? Okay, well, the pipes aren't working. Let's try a laser. Haven't made one of these in a minute. We'll take a laser node and 2 item cards and a basic filter. And we'll create a filter for swift alloy, set to allow. Place down our node, set this card to extract, and set the downward card to insert. Okay, that's working. All right, we only needed a little bit, but we'll let the rest craft for the other recipes we need to make. Let's make our source stabilizer, completing the quest, which gives us an element source and a second stabilizer. Now, why don't we make an improved element extractor? Let's see if we have everything needed. We just need a pure crystal, which we should have a bunch here, because we set them up to autocraft. I'll get our regular element extractors and complete that quest. Pure rock comes from our setup here, which looks like it is just finishing one more pure oh, it was out of water. So why don't we take all of these items, make sure everything's clear, and make some pure rock. We need prismarine, fireite, purpur, and white. So I'll get some, or it wasn't prismarine bricks, it was prismarine. Fireiting it. Purpur. Let me remind myself. Purpur block and white rock. So purpur block. And white rock. And I believe it was obsidian in the center. We'll go ahead and place these. So water, fire, earth, air, obsidian. Hopefully this works. I think it needs more element. Yeah, we just gotta wait here. Our pipes are not fast. We'll let this craft. And we'll work on a rune inscriber, which I apparently did not add, but why don't we try instead to see what pristine gem we have and make a displacement plate. We just need some of our swift alloy ingots. Make a water source displacement. Which should have completed that quest. Beautiful. I'm gonna keep just adding our sources to random blocks here. I know we need a rune inscription chisel, which hardened handle we need to make, which is going to be earth. And all it is stick, white rock, air silk, earth crystal. Now, air silk we haven't made yet. Let's make some of that. We'll come over to our air infuser, and in the downward extract card, we're going to add string. And in our east extract card, we're going to add air silk. Let's go ahead and make this now by putting some string into our chest. Here's a stick. Oh, thanks, game. And we can start preparing here with stick, white rock, air silk, and I believe it was an earth crystal. There's our handle. We'll make our rune inscription chisel. And we still need the rune inscriber. Which luckily we have a strongly contained crystal already. We'll place this down over here next to our spell desk. Or does it need to go on top of a element container? It does. Why don't we, since we have air right here already, or you know what we could do? We'll take our improved extractor, one of our sources, 2 containers, and some pipes. And we will place right here our rune inscriber, an improved element binder, and let's see what element we get. Air, just like I was thinking we would use. That's perfect. So, to make a rune on here, we're going to need a minor rune slate. And let's look at one of the air recipes. We're going to need an air gem and 2 sugar. So I'll get 2 sugar and a air gem. It's like a loot bee spawn. Not sure where it went. Let's see if we get a bee statue. Nope. But we'll come here and let's see if I can do this right. No, we needed rune, sugar, pristine. And there is our Wii rune. Awesome. We'll go ahead and get our Fus rune, which I've never really used these. Do they just get placed on like shrines, perhaps? Or do only shrine upgrades work here? Yeah, that doesn't work. Can we upgrade the rune inscriber? What about this table? Yeah, I don't know how to use the runes, honestly. But we don't need to do that to complete the pack. We did just get our white rock, or pure rock, and rune inscriber. All that's left is an elementalist grimoire. We'll grab some air silk and craft this up. Elemental craft complete. Coming to our overpowered quest section, we need advanced machine frames. Now, we haven't really set this up properly. I believe we are getting our slime, our meat, and we have a dissolution chamber over here. Why don't we try to make a pattern for a advanced machine frame. Throw it in here, and we'll request one of these. We need a pattern for simple machine frames, which also uses our dissolution chamber. Let's request a advanced. While that's crafting, let's look at what else we needed to do in somewhere out there. 64 blaze cakes. Now we haven't made crushing wheels or anything, so it's time to do a little bit more of create. I'm gonna go ahead and break this entangled block we used for a demonstration one stream. Don't need it now. Dissolution chamber is finished, so let's get our advanced machine frame and turn it in. Let's see where we are on create so that we ensure we get all the right quests done. So we do need to make a spout, which let's see what we're missing. We need a copper casing, which is stripped log and copper. So I'll grab some copper, some stripped log, make a few casings. Didn't mean to break my floor. Looks like it doesn't matter what pack I'm playing. I always have too strong of a pick. And we should be able to make a spout. Perfect. And to get the blazing blood for blaze cakes, let me remind myself, it just uses lava in this one. Now, to get crushing wheels, we're going to need mechanical crafters. Why don't we see what we can do here? We need brass casing, and since we get 3 per, and we need 25, the best I can do is do 9 brass casings. Luckily, we have a bit of brass. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go ahead and vein mine that. Okay. Now, we do need 9 crafting tables, which I'll just craft manually here. Or nope, we're going to request them so that the system does all the planks for me. Let's see if we can craft this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so close. We just needed one more electron tube, which we are going to have to polish some quartz. So I'll take some rose quartz and some sandpaper, which looks like we need to make a new one. Put the rose quartz in our offhand and polish a bunch here. We'll get to 15, call that good. Throw everything back in the system. And request an electron tube. So here is our mechanical crafters. which we're going to set up right here. Oh, we need to go one block more over. Now, all of these mechanical crafters are going to need to point into a singular chest. So let me figure out where we had our wrench. There it is. And looks like they're all pointing down, and then we'll have the bottom row push over to the side. Grab a chest and a button. And we'll need to hook these up to some stress units. Now, since we already have some wheels turning here, why don't we get a gearbox? 2 of them. I'm going to need some shafts. And a cog. This is probably going to overstress our system. We'll definitely find out shortly. Yep. So what we're going to do... Oh, looks like we got more brass made. As well as some gold plates. We're going to add more starbuncles. So let me get some starbuncle wheels. Place them down here. Get some gold. And just a reminder, we are using starbuncle wheels because this is a magic and tech focused playthrough. We didn't use a lot of magic last time, and this way we can use a little bit. I'm gonna get a belt. Had to think there. And wire this up. Looks like we still need more stress, so why don't we get some more starbuncle charms? Clean up our inventory a little bit. And we can get starbuncle charms by just surrounding it with gold in the enchanting apparatus. Let's go ahead and do that now. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4 with a charm. One, 2, 3, 4 charm. Or shards, sorry. I'm gonna need 2 more water wheels. And if we're still overstressed with this many starbuncles, hey Delta, how you doing today? We will just slow down the mechanical crafters. So let me add these. Looks like it's still overstressed. I think we bugged it out a little bit. Okay, there we go. Still overstressed. So let's come over here, and instead of grabbing from that wheel, we're going to grab from this one. And if we're overstressed, we will just slow down the wheels. Oh, come on. Place right. Oh, nope. Now we're working. Awesome. So the next step is crushing wheels. Glad to hear you're good, Delta. We're going to need andesite alloy, planks, and stone. Let's get some andesite alloy. How do I get the colored hearts? Are you talking about in FTB Skies? Let me grab some planks here. We're going to need some more. And we're going to need some stone. Stone in the center. Planks around. Surrounded by andesite alloy. And we should craft crushing wheels. Now, to get the different bobbly hearts... Killing normal mobs drop red hearts. Red hearts can be made into canisters using wither bones, relic apples, and canisters, and you get the red heart canister. You need all the previous canisters to make the next tier. Yellow drops from like the wither. But the thing is, you can make all colored hearts just from red. The trick is, once you have a mob farm, to take your hearts and turn them into melted hearts by cooking them in a furnace. Melted hearts can be put in a 3x3 crafting pattern to make the next tier of melted. And then 8 melted around like a red heart will give you the next, like a yellow, if you use yellow melted. Oh, you meant like, all that is as your max health, when you're using the canister, the soul amulet and enchants, apotheosis, all that good stuff, as your max health surpasses the limit, instead of stacking the hearts, it changes colors. Every color being a new set of 10 hearts. But let's take our crushing wheels, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a clutch to our mechanical crafters. So that I can shut them off whenever I need. And we're going to hook up our crushing wheels. Probably in front of the star buckles, I'm thinking. So let me place a shaft here, get a belt, wire this up. Oh, dang, that's right. They can't go diagonal. What's the best way to do this right now? Why don't we do this? Hook up a crushing wheel. Put another shaft here. I know it's messy. It's messy, messy. And then I'm going to put another shaft down. And take 2 cogwheels. Go boom, boom. And place our other crushing wheel. Then we'll take some building blocks, just like some cobble, and clean this up a little bit. Just because I don't like having a mess. I'd like it to look a little clean, you know? Now I'm going to need some chutes to put items into the crushing wheels and to take items out. We'll add 2 chests. One at the bottom, one at the top. And we need to crush netherrack for cinder flower. We'll let that process while we set up our spout. Now our spout is going to need a pipe, but I think we can use, I'm going to try to use fluid pipes. I mean, we'll use universal. I don't know if this will work, but we're going to need lava, which currently all the lava's been going towards obsidian, which we have plenty of obsidian. So I'm going to turn that off in our resource gen. I'm going to turn off lava so that we keep it. In the meantime, while we're waiting for lava, let's add some more basalt to our lava gen here. Should work pretty quick. And I'll want that lava in a tank. So let me grab a basic tank, lava, and pull it out. And let's see if a pipe can put the fluid in, or if I'm going to have to use... Ooh, we're in bucket mode. Or if I'm going to have to use a mechanical pump. Perfect, that worked. We'll put down our depot for filling the blaze cakes. And what I'm going to do now is take a basin, replace our press depot with it, so that we can take our... Oh, that was not cinder flower. Oh, one more crush and we'll get cinder flower. But to make the cakes, we need to compact eggs, sugar, and cinder flower. So we'll need some eggs, sugar, and cinder flower. Now I'm going to just put in 7 at first. So that I can then filter this recipe. Otherwise, it will compact the sugar into sugar blocks. Set the filter and throw in all of the recipe. This will make our blaze cakes. Which we can then put in the depot and fill with lava. Now we need how many of these? 64, I think? Yeah, 64. So it's going to take a while. But what we can work on in the meantime is continue our quest chain of mastering the occult. Now, a stable wormhole is going to need a ritual that I think we already have placed, which is spectral compulsion. Why don't we look at what that ritual is? Oh no, it completely reset. Why'd it reset? So let me take a look at this here and see if we already have this down below. It doesn't look like we do, so we're going to need to place this ritual. We'll need some chalk, being gold and white. Our white chalk is almost dead, so why don't we quickly make some impure chalk, throw it in a spirit fire, that way we have enough chalk. So we'll go white, 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 and then keep going here. Then we need gold. Some spirit attuned gems. Some candles. And finally, a ritual, or not ritual, sacrificial bowl, golden. We're also going to need 4 regular sacrificial bowls. And the binding we are doing is nether quartz, ender pearl, wormhole frame. Let's see what the wormhole frame recipe is. We need an other stone frame, wormhole frame, 2 nether quartz, 1 and 2, and a ender pearl. Then it is just a foliate, which we will need to make a few things here. We do need some more purified ink, which means black dye. Into our, oh, I'm not flying. Into our spirit fire. And now we should get our foliate. Combine that with our Dictionary of Spirits to get our Book of Binding. And do the ritual. Good old occultism. Let's check the status of our blaze cakes. Okay, just need more eggs. And we'll fill these here. I'll get us more lava here in a minute. In fact, why don't we just let this run and I'll get the lava now. This should be plenty. Now, we weren't really set up to get more eggs. So what I'll do is check here. Oh, perfect. I was going to say, I think the times I've shut off the farm, we should have gotten eggs, and sure enough, we did. Going to grab the rest of our cinder flour. Throw these in. And check on our ritual. It's almost done. Come on, finish. Just gonna wait for it here while I refill my drink. And there is our stable wormhole. We also need a storage accessor, which is Striger's Higher Binding, which we originally had up top, but we tore it down for Elemental Craft. So we'll have to make that ritual, but maybe in another stream. Let me grab our blaze cakes. Turn in what we have. And we're at 48 of 64. Then we're going to get an Infinity Wand, which we already have, but a Creative Blaze Cake, a Flight Module, and a maxed tier Infinity Backpack. All right, let's finish this chapter of our overpowered quest chain. Give me that back. Throw these items in our ME system. And now we can look at the next quest section, which requires 100 buckets of ether gas. Now, we haven't started gathering ether gas, so why don't we make disillusion chamber recipes for everything needed? We are going to need a fluid laser, which, why don't we make patterns for this? We'll need a fluid laser base. And, oops, why don't we do this again and put a regular diamond pick? Tell it to be exact. We're going to need lasers. I think it's just laser drill as a pattern. Go ahead and throw these in our molecular assemblers and request 4 laser drills and 1 fluid laser base. Looks like we didn't do the pattern for the diamond pick. I totally forgot. All right, give me my laser base. We're completing quests and other sections while we do this, which is excellent. And for ether gas, we need a specific lens above the wither. We need a purple laser lens. Why don't we make a dissolution pattern for this? and a pattern for purple dye using sourceberry. Let's see if we can request a purple laser lens. Maybe. What did we get stuck on? Oh, I did not put it in the right location. This goes here. Now give me a purple laser lens. Beautiful. Now we're going to set up our ether gas harvesting over at our wither killing chamber. I'm going to go ahead and break the top block after placing the fluid laser base. And 4 laser drills all pointing into the base. These are going to need to be powered with a flux point and some pipes. We'll go ahead and wire these all up. Over to the side here. Make sure we do season 2 output. Change this to pole power and upgrade it, and the laser needs to be purple. Now to keep the wither alive and in place, we are going to use a stasis chamber. Let's make a pattern for that. And hopefully we have everything necessary in our system to make this. We'll go ahead and we're going to build the wither on the stasis chamber, and it is also going to need to be powered. Something we'll want to do is give this some upgrades. Oh, I'm in stasis, guys. Give me a second. There we go. Why don't we give this some upgrades, such as speed, processing, and efficiency. We'll let these craft. And then we'll build a wither using some soul sand. 1, 2, 3, 4. And some wither skulls. We'll build him right on top here. Let me make sure this is... Oh, yeah, I mean, we're in stasis. It's definitely on. And then what I'm going to do is add a ender tank, which... Did we already set up a fluid ender tank system? We did. It was purple, white, white, diamond. Purple, white, white, diamond. We'll need a ender tank, some purple dye, and a diamond. Set this up on top of our fluid laser base. Disconnect these pipes. And set our frequency. Then, in the drill, we want to say the output is to be pushed up. Let's see if we start to get ether gas. Perfect. Something we can do, instead of just adding more lasers, we can improve the ones we have and the center machine to really speed this up. Yeah, now we're cooking. We're going to set up to export our ether gas into a task screen for our overpowered quest chain. So let me change from advanced processors to 100 buckets of ether gas and change our export bus to ether. It will now be pumping our ether slowly but surely into the task screen, completing the quest for us once it finishes. I'm going to make sure this is chunk loaded. And let that run. Looks like we'll have to go to Add Astra for the next quest chain, as well as continue going through... Ooh, I get to choose. I'm going to choose another purple lens. Going through Mastering the Occult, we just have to do the storage, dimensional storage stabilizers, and a storage accessor. And we haven't even touched Hexarai. Then it's on to Create, Thermal Expansion, Mechanism, Industrial Foregoing, some armor and weapons, and then just some fun and profit quests, a little bit of exploration, and then finishing the pack. For now, though, I hope you enjoyed this short little welcome back to FTB Skies. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It helps me out greatly, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world. I'll see you in the next stream, but for now, bye-bye.